Hi, I'm Takalah, a traumatic brain injury survivor. You are now watching Successpediasia. Though born with asthma, thin and frail, I was able to be inspired to overcome my odds to become a cross-country runner, a school swimmer, a marathoner, a triathlete, a commando officer, a boxing champion. When there's a will, there will be a way. When I graduated from university, I was at the prime of my life. Just 1 week before I started work, I fell into the pits of my life. Can you imagine? I had a motorbike accident with a police car. My body was catapulted 70 meters away. My face landed onto the floor without my helmet. My whole face was smashed into fragments, held only by my flesh. My left eye was dislocated, 95% blinded. I lost all my brain water. I lost 1/3 of my blood. 3 of my ribs broke and punctured my lung. My left shoulder was dislocated. At that point of time, I had only 0.1% chance of survival. Every time they spot blood clot lying between my skull and my brain, they rushed me to extricate the blood clot. So they actually had to open up my skull from the front, pour away my brain water, take out the blood clot, pour artificial fluid, and cap it up. Can you imagine? The brain surgeon told me, "Takalah, I'm sorry. Your broken vessel was just too small for me to stitch. I could only pray." When the neurosurgeon said this to me, I was quite dumbfounded, but I do not know how to question him. I kept quiet. He told me, "Don't worry. Because of the leakage of your brain water, your blood could leak in your brain to supply with oxygen. Hence, your thinking ability remains. And you lost all your memory, half your brain is okay. You have half the brain left without content. You need only to use 2% of it. You will be like a normal person." I thought he must be kidding, but because I lost all my memory, there was no way I could question him. So what I did was I zipped my mouth. After the appointment, I rushed to the National Library to borrow a book on body physiology. Einstein, after his death, they researched on his brain. They found out that he used less than 10% of his brain. That gave me hope. Can you imagine? 6 years after my accident, I can become a teacher. From not being able to speak, having lost all my vocabulary, I became an eloquent speaker, following which I would give a public speech at your hotel to share my experience. And I did it so wonderfully well. It awed the audience. One day, I told my mom, "Mom, having dislocated my shoulder, broken my leg, I cannot carry weights. It will hurt me. I cannot use elastic band. Mom, I'm going to the swimming pool." So what did I do? I went to the swimming pool and I went to the shallow end of the adult pool. I did the horse dance, 沙马 in Chinese, and I did the 2-dimensional gyration, fluid dynamics. Resistance is proportional to rho v squared. Can you imagine? That is 2-dimension, and I did the 3-dimensional. This 3-dimensional gyration actually improved my psychomotor communication and facilitated my mind to be more nimble. So using my physical body action training, I can help my mind to be nimble. My mind being nimble can help my body. It's a two-way function. All this it is contextualized, but I let it be applied in my life, and it helped me to become like better than a normal person. Within a year of doing this, I can swim butterfly style. I can dive under the pool with one breath of air. I can go 2 breaths of the pool. 1 breath of air, I can do 50 meters length. I don't limit myself. I pose challenge myself. Can you imagine? After my leg was amputated and elongated by 1.5 inch, with only 3 training, I could complete the full marathon within 8 hours. The truth is, a lot of brain injured people, they look okay because they did not fracture their face, blinded their eye, and etc. They did not discharge the brain water, and this could result in a very, very major problem. That person's brain can become asphyxiated, and therefore it can be more badly damaged than mine. And by attending my coursework in Australia, I realized how fortunate I am. And the problem is, majority of the society do not know much about acquired brain injury. Coming June, we are having an event in Toa Payoh. National Neuroscience Institute is now taking the action to create a fair to promote public awareness about acquired brain injury. And this will be actually manning a booth myself, a member of Broken Brains, will be manning a move to actually help educate the community about acquired brain injury. But I believe this is something that should be integrated in the education system. And I believe if I can have this kind of vision and mission and live with such passion, you can too. Whoever goes through dilemma, you can elevate yourself to understand the who, what, where, when, why, and see how you are a very important game player and you can decide the outcome, the truth, and make a great difference. If I can, you can too. My lesson learned is, let not challenges stop you from accomplishing greater goals. Commit self to seek earnestly with wisdom, and success you will find.